Hi, welcome to Chef Tips UK with me, Chef Ricky. Today we're going to be doing chocolate chip cookies. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I just love cookies. Biscuits, cookies, I just love them. So, chocolate chip cookies, really easy, really simple. Got a fair few different ingredients. We've got including 2 different types of sugar and flour, but it's really easy. I've got all my ingredients weighed out. I'm just going to make the cookie mix right now and I'll talk you through it. I've got 125 grams of melted butter. I've just melted this in the microwave. You can use a saucepan, microwave, either. 125 grams unsalted into there. Right, I've got some soft brown sugar here. I've got the light version. It comes in light and dark. So I've got some 160 grams of soft light brown sugar in there. I've got 60 grams of your standard caster sugar in there. And then all we're going to do is just whisk this up. And because the butter's already melted, it's whisked up already, look at that. Nothing too fancy, really easy. So we're just going to whisk that just for about 30 seconds, just to try and let the butter cool down a little bit before we put our egg in. We don't want the butter to be too hot when we add an egg, because we don't want the egg to scramble. That would probably be horrendous. So I'm definitely going to try and avoid that. Right, so just 1 egg, literally cracked into your bowl. Whisk that in there. Like I said, this is a really easy cookie recipe, really nice. It'll make loads of cookies. I mean, all depending on how big you want to do them. Make about 16 to 20, or maybe one really big cookie. I've got 200 grams of just some milk buttons here, some milk chocolate buttons. I like to add them in this stage, just because once you add all the flour, all the dough sort of gets a bit hard, so it's just easier to integrate them at the start. Then I've got my flours here. I've got 150 grams of plain flour. And all I'm going to do, if I can get me up, all I'm going to do is just drop that into a sieve and just sieve that into the mix. So that's 150 grams of plain flour. And then straight onto that, we're going to go 120 grams of self-raising flour into there. Tidy these up a bit. Always keeping your kitchen nice and clean. Really important, be a good chef, keep kitchen clean, everywhere clean. Right, I've got 1 teaspoon of baking powder. That will just fall straight through that sieve. Right, so I'm going to get a spatula here and I'm just going to fold it all in with that spatula. And all we're doing is just moving it around, folding it in until we have something that resembles cookie dough. And I mean, as you can see already, it's already looking quite cookie dough like. Right, so once you've mixed that for a couple of minutes, the mixture is ready. If you feel it at the minute, it's still quite soft. So what we're going to do is just going to bang that in the fridge just for about 5 to 10 minutes, not very long. You don't want it too firm, you're just going to have to really gauge this yourself. You just want it so the dough is nice and pliable but not too wet. Right, so one thing I forgot to mention yet again, get that oven preheated. We're on gas mark 3, about 160 degrees if you're using an electric. So my mixture's been chilling for just nearly 10 minutes now and it's firmed up quite a bit, so we're just going to get that out. And as you can see, it's a little bit more stiffer now. That's brilliant. So now there's a few ways you can go about doing this. You can, if you want, weigh it out. So get yourself some scales and then weigh the dough mixture out into, say, sort of like 50, 100 grams if you want really uniform sized cookies. But I'm just going to go the old rustic way. I'm just going to grab myself a little mixture of dough. I'm just going to roll it into a bowl. I'm going to get it on the tray and I'm just going to press it down, just like that. Now I've got the world's smallest tray here, so I'm not going to be able to get many cookies out of it. But you get the gist, you get the idea. A little bit more in that one. Press them down. You want to give a little bit of space in between each biscuit. Otherwise, they will sort of just all merge into one big giant cookie. That sounds horrendous, don't it? Oh, I might just do that. I might just make one big massive cookie. Right, so I've got about as much as I can get on my little tray there, and I'm just going to bang this in the oven, gas mark free, for up to about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes. Check them after 10, see what they're like. You don't want to overcook them. They'll be still sort of quite soft when you get them out of the oven, and they'll just sort of firm up. You leave them to rest for about 5 minutes, and they'll be spot on. Right, so these cookies been in the oven for just touching 15 minutes, and look at them bad boys. This is what I mean about spacing. When I said about how you need to watch how you're spacing them. If you look there, that don't matter too much though. We'll just get a spatula in there while they're still warm, and we'll just give that a little separation. Just be really careful. You should let them cool for a bit before you take them off. But I want to get some more in the oven, so we've got more cookies to eat. And look at them. Look at them. That's the best looking one. That's the one I'm going to be having. So yeah, really easy. But when you take them out of the oven, make sure you let them rest for 5 to 10 minutes. Obviously about 5 minutes if you still want them when they're warm. But yeah, 5 to 10 minutes just to firm up a bit, and they'll get really nice. Right, so these have been resting for about 5 to 10 minutes. I want them still warm. So if we just break this up here, look, oh, feel really nice and like sort of soft. Mmm. That is a great cookie. Try them out at home, guys. Let me know how you get on. Obviously, you can add anything to this. Adapt it. You know, you don't just have to add chocolate. You can add a bit of fudge to it, some caramel. Really nice. Put some oats, some raisins through it. Really nice. So try them out. Let me know how you get on. Until next time, guys. Keep on chefing.